In 2006, a 25-year-old coder named Tobias Lütke just wanted to sell snowboards online. He didn't like the e-commerce platforms available, so he built his own. That simple decision led to the creation of Shopify. Today, Shopify powers over 4 million online stores, from solopreneurs to billion-dollar brands. It's responsible for over $700 billion in GMV and has become the backbone of independent commerce worldwide. This is the story of how a small Canadian startup redefined e-commerce and what founders can learn from Shopify's relentless execution, platform strategy, and merchant-first philosophy. Chapter 1: The Frustrated Founder. Tobias Lütke was born in Germany and moved to Canada in 2002. He was a self-taught programmer who modified games and rewrote code from an early age. After moving to Canada, he and his co-founders wanted to start an online snowboard shop called Snowdevil. But the e-commerce solutions in 2006 were terrible. Magento was clunky, Yahoo Stores was outdated, and custom solutions were expensive. So Lütke built his own e-commerce platform from scratch using Ruby on Rails. He realized the software itself was more valuable than the snowboard shop. In 2006, Shopify was born. Chapter 2: Product First, Marketing Later. For the first few years, Shopify grew quietly. The company focused heavily on product quality and ease of use. Its core philosophy: let merchants own their brand, data, and customer relationships. Unlike Amazon, Shopify was not a marketplace, it was a platform. That meant the brand, not Shopify, was front and center. This was critical in the early wave of direct-to-consumer brands like Gymshark, Allbirds, and Kylie Cosmetics. Shopify gave them the infrastructure, but they owned their marketing. Chapter 3: App Store and Ecosystem Strategy. One of Shopify's most important moves came in 2009, launching the Shopify App Store. Instead of building every feature in-house, they opened the platform to third-party developers. This meant any developer could build apps, sell them to merchants, and create extensions for analytics, shipping, email, and more. This move turned Shopify into a platform ecosystem. It also created a moat. More apps meant more customization meant more merchants, and more merchants meant more developers building apps. By 2023, there were over 8,000 apps in the Shopify App Store. Chapter 4: Theme Store and Design Simplicity. Another breakthrough was the Shopify Theme Store. Shopify realized that most founders weren't designers, so they gave them clean, modern templates to start with. This lowered the barrier to entry for anyone with a product idea. Suddenly, you could launch a professional-looking store in a weekend. Shopify's mantra became commerce for everyone. Chapter 5: Payments, Logistics, and Going Full Stack. Shopify didn't stop at websites. They expanded into Shopify Payments, Stripe-powered payment processor, Shopify Shipping, discounted rates with carriers, Shopify Capital, merchant cash advances, Shopify POS, point-of-sale systems for retail. Each new product added more value for merchants and increased Shopify's revenue per customer. The vision was clear: own more of the stack, but never take the spotlight. In 2019, Shopify Fulfillment Network launched, a direct answer to Amazon. It aimed to help small brands compete with prime-level logistics. Chapter 6: Going Public and Explosive Growth. In 2015, Shopify went public on the NYSE and TSX. The IPO raised $131 million. The stock surged 51% on the first day. But that was just the beginning. Shopify became one of the biggest beneficiaries of the DTC boom. As Facebook and Instagram ads became more accessible, millions of entrepreneurs launched products, and most used Shopify. From 2015 to 2021, revenue grew from 205 M's to 4.6 B. Market cap peaked at 212 B. GMV crossed 175. It was one of the most successful tech runs of the decade. Chapter 7: The Pandemic Surge. Then came COVID-19. Retail shut down. E-commerce exploded. Shopify onboarded tens of thousands of businesses in weeks. They launched local pickup and delivery features, tipping support for restaurants, curbside POS tools. They even suspended store fees temporarily to help struggling businesses. Shopify became more than a platform. It became a lifeline. In 2020 alone, GMV jumped from 61 Bs to 119 B. Revenue doubled. Chapter 8: Creator Commerce and the Next Wave. Shopify adapted quickly to creator trends. Launched Shopify Collabs for influencer partnerships. Partnered with TikTok and YouTube for native checkout-enabled digital goods and NFTs. It also pushed into B2B with Shopify Plus, targeting enterprise-level merchants with large catalogs and complex logistics. The strategy was to power the entire spectrum, from solopreneurs to brands doing 100M plus in sales. Chapter 9: The Anti-Amazon Identity. Shopify has always positioned itself in contrast to Amazon. Where Amazon controls the customer experience, Shopify empowers the brand. Tobias Lütke made this clear. Shopify is an arms dealer for entrepreneurs. They don't want to be the store, they want to power stores. This philosophy built incredible brand loyalty. It also attracted developers, designers, and agencies who didn't want to compete with the platform they built on. Chapter 10. Challenges, layoffs, and refocusing. Despite massive growth, Shopify faced growing pains. In 2022 and 2023, it laid off over 20% of its workforce. The company admitted it overbuilt for pandemic-level demand. Tobi Lütke publicly shared lessons about staying lean, focused, and long-term driven. Shopify refocused on its core products. Shopify Editions, semi-annual product drops, AI tools like Shopify Magic, deeper integrations with Shop App and Shop Pay. It became clear Shopify was maturing into a global infrastructure company for independent commerce. Chapter 11. Strategic levers and flywheels. Shopify's growth wasn't just about software. It was about strategic flywheels. Merchant growth, more GMV, more apps needed, more devs. Join platform, better tools, higher merchant retention, more word-of-mouth referrals, expanding SKUs, POS, capital fulfillment, more revenue per merchant. It was a compounding system, not a one-time sale engine. They even built internal accelerators for promising Shopify brands and funded ecosystem ventures. Chapter 12. Cultural DNA and founder philosophy. Tobi Lütke's philosophy is rooted in long-term thinking. He's a systems thinker, former hacker, and deeply product-driven. He avoided flashy media appearances, preferred blog posts and open letters, focused on internal craftsmanship over external hype. Shopify's culture reflects this. Minimal hierarchy, high ownership, remote-friendly, way before it was trendy. Deep belief in the mission of entrepreneurship. Chapter 13. Lessons from Shopify. So what can other founders and builders learn? Scratch your own itch. Tobi built Shopify because nothing else worked. Platform beats product. Shopify became a flywheel because of its ecosystem. Stay merchant obsessed. They always prioritized merchant success over platform ego. Don't compete with your customers. Shopify never tried to replace their brands. They enabled them. Keep evolving from snowboards to AI-driven commerce tools. They never stopped iterating. Think infrastructure. They built rails, not just features. Scale with focus. They removed distractions even when they were profitable. Chapter 14. The future of Shopify. Shopify is now powering the next era of commerce. Generated product descriptions, one-click global selling, modular storefronts, unified retail and online inventory. It's positioning itself as the AWS of commerce, the infrastructure layer for the internet's business engine. It's also doubling down on speed, APIs, and global reach. With Tobi still at the helm as CEO, Shopify remains one of the most founder-led public companies in tech. Final words, Shopify's story isn't just about e-commerce. It's about conviction, about building platforms that empower others, about staying true to a philosophy when others are chasing trends. From a snowboard shop to a $100 billion empire, Shopify proves that platforms don't just grow brands, they build economies. This is Startup Wealth Files, where builders create systems, not just software. And the next wave of wealth starts with a keyboard and conviction. See you in the next one.